Oh, yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Loading Podcast with FUBAR and Lucky.
What? Oh.
Hello.
See, now here's the thing. I don't know if he's faking us out or if he actually,
No, I
started
actually
it.
started it.
Oh, okay. So unfortunately, John isn't going to be able to make it today. He's leaving Dublin right now, so he won't be able to make it for the podcast.
Yes, unfortunately.
So
I'm here.
You're
Yes.
here, and that's all that matters.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And
You're the only one we can count on, really.
yeah, and then there's me.
That's terrible. You can't say I'm the one that you can count on when I'm the person who never checks the fucking calendar and takes 3 weeks to reply to any sort of communication.
Yeah, but you don't bitch at me about it.
Yeah,
you
and
don't
then
get feisty
I
about,
guess not.
hey, maybe you should check the calendar, and then you like bitch at me for telling you the obvious of checking the calendar.
Who uses calendars anyway?
I mean,
Well,
we
use
should.
it for alarms.
We
Um,
should.
So what have you guys been playing in the last 3 weeks?
3 weeks. Fucking hell, that's a broad question.
Yeah.
Okay, well, week number 1. What was I playing week number 1? Let me check my Steam playlist. H1Z1. Playing a shit ton of H1Z1. You guys don't have that, do you?
No.
I don't think I do.
Ah, it's such a shame. But basically, do you know what H1Z1 is?
Yes, it's a zombie game.
Yeah, but it's basically DayZ but better. It's you can craft things, and that's very loud typing.
Yes.
What, my keyboard? Yeah.
I think it was. But yeah, no, basically when I got it, it was all one game mode. Like there was a survival, which is DayZ, and then there's something called King of the Hill, which is basically you versus other people in a Hunger Games style, hunt them down. And now they've been split off into 2 separate modes. And although like King of the Hill is the really popular game mode, I kind of prefer just survive because I just like it because when you start the game, it's a case of okay, I have nothing. What can I use? So first thing I do is I take off my trousers and then I turn them into cloth, and then all I need to do is find a stick, and then I've immediately got a bow, and then I can pick up more sticks to make arrows. So at least I have a weapon and a satchel, but no trousers. And then I spend the next 3 hours trying to find a pair of fucking trousers.
which is really funny because that's kind of my strategy with when we did that dino hunting game, where I just decided to just take off my pants, wander around with dinosaurs.
Yeah, that was the reason.
That was some of the reasons, just to, just let them hang out.
Apart from that, I've been attempting to play Sniper Elite 3 with John. We've played the same level now, I think 7 or 9 times.
God damn.
But every single time we get like really far, and every time we play it, we get stealthier and stealthier. Because when we first started it, we found a rocket launcher and was like, fuck it. But every time we get stealthier and stealthier, and then John's game fucking crashes. So we have to do it all over again. And we have no idea why it crashes, but And then, apart from that, I'm trying to think of what else. Star Wars Battlefront, because I got the Premiere. Premiere? Is it called Premiere? The Premium? Or is that Battlefield? I got the Season Pass.
There you go.
And that's... Oh, and Aliens Colonial Marines.
The
shit.
It's terrible.
It's a pile of shit, but it's a fun pile of shit. You know, one of those games where you play it and you're just like, this is terrible. And then you play it for more than an hour and you go, why am I enjoying myself?
Yeah.
I should be hating this. Why aren't I hating this? God damn it.
Right.
Wow. Colonial Marines.
It has a multiplayer. Wink, wink, get the game.
We already have like 17 other multiplayer games that we haven't done. Let's see. There's Super Fight. There's another one. There's another one. Huh?
I need Super Fight.
I thought you already had it because I tried to gift it to you and it said you already owned it.
Why?
I don't know. I'll try it again.
Damn you, Steam.
And the Long Dark. I've been playing that as well. And
are you doing videos for that?
Well, I tried to do videos for it. For those of you who don't know what The Long Dark is, it's basically a game that plays off of temperature and light. And okay, you know the film The Grey with Liam Neeson? It's that.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing a LP of that. at some point.
I come across a major flaw. It's like when I'm outside, I'm like, oh, the game's awesome. Oh, I'm freezing to death. I better get inside. But I've faced a bug that when I'm inside, if I aim at any shadow, the world disappears. The screen just goes black, and I'm just like, oh, am I too cold? Is this playing off the mechanic? Oh no, it's just a bug. Okay. So I tweeted the company's just like, please fix your game. I'm trying to enjoy it. And then they were just, and then they sent me a tweet saying, oh, fill out this bug report. I filled out the bug report, and they were just like, oh, we've never had anything like that before. So I recorded it and sent it to them, and they were like, huh. Like, please fix your shit. I'm actually enjoying the game when it works. I found a corpse and I named him Bill. It was great.
What? Oh, speaking of Bill,
speaking of corpses,
they just released, I think, the other day, for Dead by Daylight, the Left 4 Dead character pack, where you can dress up some of the original people in the game as Left 4 Dead survivors, and they added Bill.
Isn't Bill dead though, technically?
Well, yeah. So does that mean all of those people that you're playing as are also dead?
Well, then that removes all tension and horror from the game. So it's like it doesn't really fucking matter because I'm dead.
A representation of their souls.
And how can you kill someone's soul? A soul's eternal. That's raising a lot more questions. They did not think
Yeah.
They're just have fun, damn it.
So somebody in chat said...
No. Video games aren't about fun, FUBAR. They are about politics. They are about agendas. Sorry.
So somebody in chat just said that we should try Astroneer.
What's Astroneer?
It's a game.
I know Gom's been doing an LP of that.
Yeah.
With Chilled in his derp crew. But I don't know anything about it other than that.
Astroneer is a survival game where you and a couple of friends can go onto a different planet, and it's actually quite interesting.
So it's like Empyrean.
A little bit.
Is that the one you gave me? Oops.
Yes, that we haven't done yet because we have like 100 different games to play.
Yeah.
We've got like 25 games.
Zero time.
Yeah.
Like waiting for people to record with.
100 games, zero time. That's our group.
The past few weeks, I've been like, because I got a new job at a different ad agency.
Wait, are you still doing the thing with the cheetah?
Yeah, we done it. We found it.
You found a cheetah.
I got to pet it, and it was fucking huge, and I sat there awkwardly like this thing could kill me at any time.
That sounds like fun.
Turn your back on it.
I don't think anyone. Okay, people listening, if you even give a shit, I do advertising, and we got given a $500,000 budget for one advert, which is normally you have $500,000 for like several adverts, a full campaign, and they were like, "Here, do it for one ad," and we were like, "Okay, we need to waste as much of this money as possible because that's fucking awesome." So we were like, "Can we have pyrotechnics?" And they're like, "Yeah." We're like, "Ah, shit, cool. Can we have explosions?" And they were just like, "Yeah, sure." And then we looked at the form they gave us, and at the bottom it said live animals, and we were just like, what's the coolest fucking animal we could use? Fuck it, a cheetah. And the message was like, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we actually know a place where we can get a hold of one." And I was just like, "What?" And they're like, yeah, no problem." So we were just sitting there, just like, how the fuck are we going to work a cheetah into this ad? It's just like, is the product like fast performing? It's like, no, the whole thing is based on technology, and it's like nothing to do with speed either. So how the fuck are we going to work a cheetah into this? We eventually did, and I just like spoke to my director, and I was just like, I need to be there, and he was like, why? And I was just like, I need
because I want to pet it.
You want to pet the cheetah, don't you? I was just like, yeah, and he was just like, fine, fuck it, be here for 8 a.m. So I got there, and it just like, I was just like, walked up to it, it's like, I guess tamer or trainer, I don't know what to call him, and it's like, can I pet it? And it's like, it's a him, and I'm like, okay, can I pet him? And it's just like, yeah, just go over and sit next to him. He's like basically a big cat, and I'm just like, yeah, but this thing can kill me. So there's a lovely picture of me, and I think Aaron's got it, which is annoying. I'll get it sent over and I'll put it on the Discord. Of me sitting next to this thing, and I've got like a look of half, oh my god, this is the best feeling ever, and half, I'm scared shitless.
Probably couldn't kill you.
It's a smile mixed with massive, like, wide open eyes, like, oh my god, is it moving? Oh god, it's moving.
But you had to keep in mind, a cheetah is most likely not going to kill you. It's probably going to run from you because you are its predator.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's me, do I look like a predator? I look like a
not of
freaking Happy
cheetahs. No. So,
But,
Chuck,
yeah.
what have you been playing, Chuck?
So I've not actually been able to play like any games this past like 7 weeks because I have been working on my school play, which is The Crucible, and it's basically about the Salem witch trials.
Are you a witch?
No, I was the judge that told people that they were witches, so I got to yell at people.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I actually have.
Did you yell at the teacher calling her a witch? It's like, okay, we're done for the day. Witch!
I considered it, but knowing her, oh hell no.
Throw in some Monty Python. See if they weigh the same as a duck.
Yeah, I have pictures which I'm gonna put in the Discord later. But yeah, it was interesting. The only game that I was actually able to play is Tabletop Simulator with a couple of friends because we have a D&D session in Tabletop Simulator.
Oh yeah, you were sending that thing in Discord for Dungeons and Dragons 5.0. I mean that looks to me like it's just like a web app just to keep your character sheets and shit together.
Yeah,
It's actually like a way that you can do tabletop online, like with Tabletop Simulator or Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah. Well, yeah, so what he's referencing is D&D Beyond, which was announced on Monday at like 6 in the morning. And it's a quote digital tool set, unquote, for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. It looks interesting. It can be used on mobile, and it looks to have a really clean interface. Yeah, so that's interesting.
Well, I guess my big question about that, since you seem to know a bit more about it than I do, is that basically like a portable rulebook?
I don't know. Probably.
I'm gonna venture a guess that it isn't because they are very protective of that property.
Yeah, let me go to the website here. So
totally not prepared.
Shut up.
So unprofessional.
It's D&D news, articles, forums, and more. D&D compendium. Since it uses the word compendium, I feel like it's safe to say that it is the rule book. However, because of that, I don't think it's going to be free.
Well, of course, it's not going to be free. They're going to make you pay for that.
Yeah.
But I mean, even with their paid apps, they generally don't include the rule book, which I always thought was kind of odd.
Yeah. And there's this one thing on the D&D Beyond website which is incredibly exciting to me as a huge nerd. Create, browse, and use homebrew content.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So,
well, if you try it out, let me know how it is. Maybe we can take a look or something.
Yeah, I signed up for the beta. Should be interesting.
See, one game I really want to play, but I can't play, which is really ticking me off. It's the Dawn one. Is it Beyond Horizon or something?
Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yes, that looks so cool.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a PlayStation.
No, I had I bought a PlayStation when I was at uni using my student finance because you know who needs to pay for food. And I was like, I've always wanted to play The Last of Us, so I bought a PlayStation and just to buy The Last of Us, and then I completed it and then sold the PlayStation. It's like not responsible with money. I should have kept it.
Yeah.
You felt like eating that week.
Yeah, who needs eating when you can buy 10p noodles? Nutrition.
Well, I mean, you just cut up some peppers or some sort of vegetable, just throw it in with the noodles, and then you're done.
Flavor packet.
So, Fubar, what have you been playing?
I've been playing. Let's see. I've been playing Skyrim, the Special Edition. I've been playing the Elder Scrolls.
Is that online?
What? Skyrim Special Edition?
Yeah, didn't they release a Skyrim online?
No, you're thinking of the Elder Scrolls Online. Probably they don't have a multiplayer version of Skyrim, and they really don't need one because I mean you already have the Elder Scrolls Online, and that's basically a single player game.
I'd love to play Elder Scrolls that said play from the role of either like a store owner or a dragon.
They did have that at one point for regular Skyrim. There was a mod where you could play a merchant, but I never really used it. Let's see, what else have I've been playing quite a bit of Recon the Wildlands, which I'm going to be doing a co-op LP with Galm and Goon and Aphex
What's that
tomorrow. That's you're in Bolivia killing drug lords. So basically, you're off the record. You're off the record government agents, and then you go kill narcos, like the Netflix show.
Oh, okay.
Except it's in Bolivia instead of Colombia. It's neat. You don't have any real wildlife. The driving kind of stinks, but the gunplay is pretty good. Graphics are decent. I have fun with it. I like the ability to customize your guns pretty. And I guess the best way to describe it is you can basically dick around with a gun however you want. Like you can have it with a silencer. You can change the barrel size on most of them. You can change the stock, magazine, all sorts of other wonderful stuff. Let's see, what else have I been playing? It's going to show up in the... Hopefully this doesn't screw up for you, Croc, so... with YouTube. What else have I been playing?
That's what I'm trying to think of.
I tried to play some more Stick of Truth, but that game apparently hates me for whatever reason. So I'm just completely cutting that completely.
Good game, though.
It is good, and I do enjoy it when it works. For whatever reason, whenever I start it, it doesn't like to register the controller.
Oh.
Yeah. And I could play with the keyboard, but that's lame as shit. So,
I guess.
Yeah.
Now I remember the other two games I've been playing.
Oh, what were they?
Dark Souls.
The first one?
The first one.
Okay.
Well,
Are you enjoying that?
It's pissed me off quite a few times, I guess. Because there are so many parts. Like I've not gotten very far either, but
I know what you're talking about.
I try to attack something and it doesn't connect, and then I do the exact same move again in a minute, and it's like, oh, now the bitch wants to die. Oh, how very kind of you.
And then everything else kicks your ass like in 2 seconds, and you just don't kick anything's ass.
Well, I went into this dark area, like straight into the beginning, and there were this one ghost woman, and I was just like, all right, gonna stab her, and then all of a sudden, all of her like a freaking Casper crew turned up, and there were like 7 of them surrounding me, and I was just like, okay, this is how I die.
Casper crew. That's brilliant. Casper crew. That's good. I like that.
I'm playing it because I want to record as we discussed like in the last podcast or the Lost podcast. Sorry for those who tuned in a few weeks ago. YouTube decided to fuck up the rendering of it. I decided I want to create a series where it's like once every 2 weeks or once a month, depending on how long they take, where it's like highlights from a game, but the audio is removed and I make every sound that's in those scenes. So foots, crows, leaves.
Hold on. You mentioned crows. Are you gonna do actual crow sounds, or are you gonna do Crow Revolution?
I'm thinking more Crow Revolution. So like just in the background, if you hear crows, you just hear like bah, bah, bah. So like 7 of them just laid, just like tons of them laid on top of each other, like bah, 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 bah. But just like so I'm in the midst of editing that, which is actually really fun. And apart from that,
neat.
The other game I'm playing, I don't know if you guys have even heard of it, Beat Buddy Tale of the Guardians.
That sounds terrible.
I don't know what that is.
It's a small developer, and I got it because I thought the premise of the game was fucking brilliant. It's a game where you play as a bubble called, I don't know, Beat Buddy, I guess, and the whole thing takes place like underwater, and it's basically a platforming thingamajig, but all of the enemies are a different instrument. So you've got like a snare snail and like a wub thing creature,
Blob
and
thing.
each level's got a different genre of music, so it'll move like from jazz to R&B and all of that crap. So it's like when you find one, like for example, there's one bit where there are tons of snails and it just got like the like tune, but as more enemies like come into the map, it ends up creating this huge soundtrack and piece of music, which is fucking brilliant. I definitely say look at it. It's actually really good. Because I just sounded, because I was just like, oh, I bet the soundtrack's fucking awesome, and it really is.
Nice.
It's made me think of the South Park. Nice.
Nice.
You've been playing B-Buddy? Nice.
All right, so the question, not question, but the big main topic this week is, if you do YouTube to earn money, is it better to A, just do it as yourself, you don't register as a company, B, I don't know if this really applies to you, Lucky, because I don't know how the business laws work in the UK, but do it as a business as, or C, register as an LLC. And thoughts and stuff on that.
The hell's an LLC?
Limited liability.
Like limited.
Yeah, limited liability corporation.
Right.
And what got me thinking of that is I got a, I've never heard of them, this company called Penguin, or something like that. It sells Steam keys and gifts and whatnot. I've never used them. I've never even heard of them.
Isn't LLC like a US kind of business thing?
Yeah.
It might.
I was gonna say, I don't think the UK has LLC.
Actually, I was reading about it, and I think you guys are just getting that like this year, or some sort of equivalent.
No need to be a US citizen. Yeah, it's a US thing.
Yeah.
Well, then how does that work in Britain?
Started my own fucking business.
From what I understand,
you had like 3 weeks to prepare.
I've been okay. Talking about business, I have started, and I had to fill out all the fucking tax forms today. I did start a charity organization a few months ago, and that's finally taken off.
What's the charity?
It's called Push to Talk. Once the website, so I'll probably share the email and the website on the description. Basically, it's a charity to help people with mental health.
Nice.
And because when I was at uni, I was living with someone who suffered quite a lot from anxiety and depression, and she couldn't even bring herself to go to uni to get the help. So I was like, okay, well, if you can't even bring yourself to go to uni, where do people talk a lot and are really open? When they play video games. So I thought, well, what if we created a organization where you use video games as a platform for people to get help? So we bought servers, we bought everything, and we got like professional therapists to help. And what we do is we host a server where people can join in and talk to therapists in like a really chill gaming environment.
Interesting.
It's actually working. We've had quite a lot of sessions so far, and we're teaming up with a few we've teamed up with a few local charities, and there's a massive mental health charity in the UK who's considering it at the moment, called Samaritans. So that's killing me. No, because it's like I work 6 a.m. until 10 a.m. at a business, and then I have to go straight to the charity thing because at the moment we're still in the process of hiring reception in that, and then I work 10:30 until like 6:30 there. So it's like 4:30 in the morning start, finish at 8 o'clock, and it's like, I can't wait.
Well, I mean, that would basically be kind of like a similar thing that you would be doing if you were like registering yourself as a business for doing YouTube videos. I mean, the reason that I thought about going that path is, one, by doing that, anything I do for YouTube, that means games for you guys, games for myself, anything that does with the recording. So if I need a new computer part, all of that would be a business expense instead of out of my own pocket. And I just feel that it would be more advantageous to have that be separate from me. So if, like, for whatever reason, YouTube fails me or whatever, I can just write all as a loss. And more as a protection for not only myself, but, just overall.
Yeah, I agree with that. I believe that if if I were to do this full-time as a job, which I fully do not believe will happen,
that attitude.
You have to believe, Truck. You have to believe.
Hashtag New Year, New Me.
If it were, I would definitely want it to be a business recognized by the government. That way, for one, the business expenses, and you can do all these things that you could not do just as a person.
Well, not only that, but I mean, by being a business, you separate yourself from what you're doing. And from a legal standpoint, that's pretty
Good
vital.
idea. Yeah.
Because, for instance, let's say if you were doing this as a business as, which basically is like not exactly as a company, if you, for example, were out doing like, let's say you're going truck to go to PAX West and you accidentally hit somebody with your car. If you're not an LLC and that is your business, they can come after you. Instead, if you're an LLC or as a business, they would have to go after the business because you are two separate entities.
Yeah.
Cam G asks, what do you think about releasing a pre-alpha compared to waiting to release a game to work out bugs?
I agree with
it depends.
In the sense is if it's a free to download, or like a set period where it's like 2 months if you can play it, I definitely agree with. Having a game where it's like I'm not really a fan of early access. Like you pay an amount and you get it when it's eventually done. Because I've got games in my library where I played them for like an entire year. I got bored of them and then finished with it, and they never even left alpha.
Yeah,
it's like I feel like you have an audience, you'll lose the audience before the game's even released.
And then you have games like Minecraft that was an alpha, very popular alpha, and then it became a very beta and did phenomenally for what it was.
Yeah, but that's taking the needle out of the haystack.
Very rare cases.
Yeah, you got to keep them.
Personally, I'd say
the audience hooked.
If it's a free try the pre-alpha, then
it needs to be a game
absolutely for it.
Got like because Minecraft is kind of a sense of like the enjoyment you get out of the game is what you put into it.
Yeah.
But that's a prime example of a game that I had during beta and then I gave up once it was on full release. I'd already gotten bored of it.
Yeah. So I'm for it as long as it's free.
Yeah. And they're actually working on it.
Because as soon as they paywall it, it's not worth it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I understand that game companies need the money in order to actually finish the game, but it's a risky road to do that.
Yeah. Oh, I just remembered another game that I've been playing over the past 3 weeks since we're at a lull. It's this mobile game only for iPhone called Black Box, and it's incredibly clever.
Okay.
Because
how?
all but 2 of the puzzles can be done without touching the screen.
Oh, okay.
So, for example, the first puzzle they give you is based on the gyroscope. You hold it one way, that solves one of the puzzles. You hold it another way, that solves another, etc., etc. There's this one that I'm working on, which I think needs an acoustic guitar. It's so incredibly clever. One of the ones had me put my phone on airplane mode.
Okay.
There are 2 based off of the time of day. There's this...
Hello?
Well,
I heard somebody
there
disconnect.
goes Lucky.
Oh, wait, he's back. He's back.
Lucky, hey. And it's just one of those games that would never... is just too clever for its own good.
Yes, you are back.
Sorry, what did I miss? My internet decided to just...
Trock is talking about a mobile app that he has on his phone that you use the phone as a method of solving puzzles.
Yeah, this one here is based off of how much volume goes into the microphone.
Right.
There's one that had me turn off my phone with it open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it. So is this like a puzzle for things outside of the phone, or is this a puzzle game on your phone?
It's a puzzle game.
It sounds like it's a puzzle game
on my
your
phone.
Right.
That you use the phone itself as the method of solving the puzzles.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Have you seen, what game is it where you control it with your voice and it's like a platformer and the louder you yell, the higher you jump?
Yes, I know that game.
I kind of want to try that.
Is he in the what's his thing? I don't think he is. He's not in the Hangout.
Who?
Lucky.
Oh yeah, Lucky, you're not in the Hangout.
Oh, so can people not hear me in the...
Well, no, they can hear you because
They
you're
can
on
hear me.
Discord. They just can't see you, so it's just Chalk and I. Although it's really weird that Chalk pops up when he talks and he has like volume things.
Okay, that would be... that was scary. My camera just came on and gave me a frighten.
Oh, shit, that's what it looked like. Oh god, I need a shave.
That did me a scare right there. Don't know why it's always southern.
So there you go. Phone using the phone. Lucky's back and he now knows about the phone puzzle, using your phone to solve the puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi everyone. My internet did a stroke.
Did a stroke, yes.
Did a stroke.
Yep. It was just like fuck it.
I also went to PAX Friday, PAX East. Not terribly impressed.
Did you get noticed signed tons of autographs?
No, because so here's the thing. PAX East is in Boston. I live north of Boston, so I first have to drive there, which driving to Boston is like having a root canal because 93 is always on construction or is always under construction, and
always sucks when I get down that route.
Basically, it takes about half hour to go, maybe 10 miles. Which I guess I think the conversion for that is roughly about less than 5 kilometers. So it was snowing.
No, it's
so
12.87
it was not exactly
kilometers.
It's how long?
12.87 kilometers.
Oh, I was going the wrong way. My bad. So it's snowing. It's just driving in Boston is the worst. What's this? Somebody says, what?
Wow.
Anyways, driving there sucked. I got there a little bit late, so I now have to wait in line. And I brought a bag because, I wanted to store my coat.
That's funny. Sorry.
Okay.
Do I need life alert? I don't know what life alert is. Is that the thing where it's like, I followed it, I can't get up?
That's it.
Yeah.
My internet's an old lady.
So
really pulled out of a misery.
So it took me 2 hours to get there when it should really only take me about an hour. And then I get there and I have to wait outside in the snow to get in to go through bag checking.
Mm-hmm.
Because
did they take your drugs?
Huh?
Did they take your drugs?
No.
I got them 3. It's all good.
Yeah, bag check. Because they have to do that. And so then I go in, and of course there's also a line for the coat check, which is why I brought the bag in the first place, so I could store my coat in my bag instead of having to wait in a line for another hour and a half to check in my fucking coat. And by that time there's already lines everywhere, so seeing things, I'd have to wait in line again for another hour to 2 hours depending on what I want to see. And it just generally wasn't a pleasant experience. Everything there was there last year. Nothing really new, nothing to see here.
Did you meet anyone?
Boring. Oh, no.
Yeah. See, the UK doesn't have that many gaming conventions. It's got like Eurogamer. And
I mean, you could meet people, but again, you have to wait in line for about an hour to 2 hours. And I already spent 2 hours in the car, an hour and a half outside in the cold. I'm done with lines. So I'm already like 3.5 hours in and already frustrated and not having a good time. And then everything has lines. And
Chalk, just let him vent.
I'm doing it.
And there's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people.
It's okay, you're my friend. Calm down.
So, yeah, I'm probably not going next year.
I know I'm going EGX this year because I got another press pass, which is going to be fun.
I've actually never gone to one of those things.
I've been to one. I went to
PAX or anything similar.
Well, you should go to PAX once. That I will say. You should at least go one.
Ah.
Okay, maybe we do need that life alert. There was a spider in the room.
Spilled a fucking drink. Like my
8-legged fuckers.
Oh man, no. Speaking of spiders, you know what I saw in Skyrim? I saw a spider kill a bear.
I put the setting on so I can only have bears.
Use fire. Fire.
It was hilariously large. It was like twice the size of the bear.
Fucking hate them. Right shit.
Just the way they move.
No, it's like just I would be happy if they, like, when walking, they walked as if they had 2 legs. So, you know, like 4 on one side went forward, then 4 on the other. But no, they go like whichever fucking which way they want. And they're just like, oh, check me out. I've got 8 legs. Fuck off. Shave your legs.
Always in games. And always in the games, they have that weird clicking noise.
That gave me shivers. No, and they always have they never go for like the the ones that have got really tiny bodies and really long legs that are just pussies. No, they go for the ones that are basically tarantulas with the massive fangs on the front and billion eyes.
Yeah, just think they could have scorpions too.
Scorpions, I don't care. Scorpions, I'm fine with.
Really, that's very weird.
They're not fuzzy. They don't climb up walls. They don't have like big asses. They're just like lobsters with a stinger.
Okay.
Lucky. Look at what I just put in. Yes, in Discord.
Oh, now I have to look at Discord. Oh, did you put it in general?
Yeah.
Okay, so you put a video in general.
I did. I'm gonna put it in YouTube chat so that there.
Oh no.
So now you can see what the hell he's talking about.
It's beautiful.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's a violation VR. You get violated in VR? That must be really weird.
Yeah.
Yep, we are a bunch of ers.
We are ers.
We just completely go past it. No, so yes, Trock, you should definitely check out PAX West, particularly since you're in Washington, right?
I am in Oregon. Close.
Oregon. Oh, you're pretty close. You're probably like 2 or 3 hours away from that?
Not even. I'm like an hour away from Washington.
So right, but I'm talking about Seattle, which is not, which isn't on the border.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
No. Yeah,
it's close enough. Like,
You should definitely take a look, at least just to go for one day.
Maybe.
It's in America though, which sucks ass.
So to answer your question, Marion, yes, I have. Well, it depends. Sometimes I use his Discord channel. Sometimes we just use TeamSpeak for recording videos.
Yes. By the way, for the people watching the playback of this, we should probably say what the question was. A FUBAR.
Well, that's what I've been doing.
Oh, okay.
A train leaves Seattle at 3:75, going at 17 miles an hour. That
God damn it!
Really slow
Not
for
this
a train.
again.
This is 70.
I had. The answer is
what's
B.
the question here?
You're in Canada.
Ooh, Canada.
So sorry.
Hey, Canada's nice usually.
But you see, now that you've said that, nobody knows what you're talking about.
Violation VR says I'm in Canada sweating. I don't know. Is that like a nervous?
What emote is that?
No, that's just
Sweating?
like the meh face.
That's not a meh face. That's
I guess.
It's over 17
Wait,
degrees.
Nightmarian is going wild. What's going on?
No, that's just Puppet who can't pick a name, so I can never figure out who the fuck he is.
Oh yeah, right.
That guy.
That one.
Wouldn't a better comparison say that he's a puppeteer and he just uses different puppets?
Well, no. He was using, I think, Five Nights at Freddy's, the second game, the puppet.
Yeah.
Thing.
What are we even talking about now?
And you use it as an icon in Persona or whatnot. But
what has this podcast become?
Oh, okay. Oh, I wanted to say
it's a podcast. We're just talking about it.
Yeah.
That's what the podcast is about.
That's fair.
I've only ever been to one convention like before this, and it was EGX 2015, and I got a press pass.
Hold on, what is this called?
EGX. It's a Eurogamer.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And so I went to it, and they were like, "Oh, we've already sorted out some like interviews for you," and I was just like, "Oh fuck! I just wanted to get in and do some filming and make a video about it." And they're like, "Okay, you can talk to one of the top developers of Total War," and I was just like, "Eh." I was just like, "Fuck! I need to think of questions." So I kind of went because I've never played a Total War game before. So
I also have played a Total War game before.
I went into an interview, and about 5 minutes into it, even he realized I didn't know what I was talking about, and he said, "Have you ever played a Total War game?" And I was just like, "No."
Well, that is one thing that is kind of neat about PAX is you can try out some of the games. I will say there were maybe 2 or 3 games out of the 50 that they had there that actually looked pretty interesting. Oddly enough, they were from China. They were China indie games. One of them actually has been doing rather well on Steam. It's called Castle something or other.
Vania?
No, it's called Castle. Oh shit, let me find it.
Crashes?
No, it's not Castle Crashers. Shut up. No, it's like Castle Delver or something like that.
Hey, somebody sub to my YouTube channel. Finally.
Lost Castle, that's what it's called. But it's kind of like it is like Castle Crashers.
Congratulations, Violator VR. You get a free signed autograph from Troc.
No, you do not.
Of him lying down, paint me like one of your French girl poses with the signature.
None of those things, Lucky.
To cover up certain things. But you will put in a nice nip slip for you.
Lucky.
So, Cam G asks, what is your opinion of games that push out a mobile port?
Ooh, like GTA.
I feel like it's much more legitimate than a mobile game that that pushes out a PC port.
It depends on the port.
Yeah, that's true.
It depends on the game. It depends on the port. It depends on how well the port is. Because obviously there's some games out there that you really just shouldn't port to phones. It just doesn't work. It's a different medium, different control methods. It's just why they do it sometimes is beyond me. Well, it's not. It's because they can, and they just want to showcase the technology.
See, I don't get why would you do something if it's like a really simple game like fucking Super Meat Boy. I'm like, okay, fine, make it a mobile port.
That makes sense. But then you do like GTA 3, and you're like, well, what the fuck am I doing this for? I can get it on everything else. Why would I put it on a phone?
That I found funny because wasn't the release for it was like, oh, they're releasing GTA 3. It's going to be a remastered edition. This is going to be amazing. You're like, nope, it's going on iPhone. It's like, right, cool.
I mean, what I would rather see is more integration, or at least better integration of games onto cell phones. Like, do you remember with the GameCube how you had the if you had a GameCube, how they had the adapter for the Game Boy Advance, and then you could use the Game Boy Advance as like kind of like a secondary screen of sorts or a control input.
Right.
You have no idea what I'm talking about, do you?
No, we're not old.
Fuck you.
I mean, I know somewhat.
Do you guys even know what a GameCube is?
Yes.
Yeah, I had one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for example, Troc, you might have played this. Have you ever played Mega Man X Command Missions?
Yes.
No, I've never played a Mega Man.
So, with the Mega Man X Command Missions, you could hook up your GBA through a GBA link cable and find secret items in the game.
Oh, nice.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to see. But I mean, with mobile phones and mobile apps, why can't we do that with phones for certain games?
They did with Fallout, didn't they? They gave the option to have a Pip-Boy on like your mobile device.
Yeah,
I got the Pip-Boy edition, and they're like,
I saw
you can
a video
wear
of
it
some guy fucking with some other guy who was playing Fallout 4, and it was hilarious. He kept dropping his shit and everything. It was awesome.
See, it's like I bought the Pip-Boy edition because I was like, oh, that would be fucking awesome. I can use it for cosplays and shit. Wow, I sound like a nerd. But I never got around to actually using it because it was just, why would I look at my arm in real life when I could just hit the tab button?
Yeah.
It just didn't seem practical.
And to everybody saying, yes, the GameCube was a phenomenal system and it deserved a little bit more love than it got.
I fully agree.
The discs were way too small.
Yes, well,
they annoyed me.
Yeah, Nintendo's kind of
bizarre.
They don't know what they're doing anymore, I think.
Have you seen
of Nintendo not knowing what they're doing? The Switch.
What? I haven't touched it, and I still don't care about it yet.
Yeah, so
I play it. I enjoy it.
My main problem with the Switch.
There's nothing on there that I care to play.
Well,
yeah, I don't.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, they have the new Zelda.
Yeah.
7 different Zeldas, and you know what? I Dark Souls and Skyrim, and I have the Elder Scrolls Online. I have so much other shit.
I could talk for hours about the Switch.
I like the Switch because I think it did what the Wii U should have done. Because, except I don't think it's a valid purchase yet, just because the game library is
the library's just too small for me to validate.
That's the problem with Nintendo.
I'm not writing it off.
They stick to their golden 5 franchises they know will sell, and they don't branch out apart from every console that now has fucking Arkham City and Skyrim on it.
Yeah. But again, that's a problem with Nintendo's practices, because getting onto a Nintendo system as a third party is ludicrous. You have to be, as an indie developer, you have to be published for 2 years and selling more than 2 million titles. You have to pay a substantial fee to Nintendo, and you also have to pass all of their quality checks. And Nintendo is pretty famous for being a little bit overzealous with their quality checks.
Yeah, and that's what I think is the main problem with Nintendo. They don't allow third-party games on their systems. I mean, they allow it, with big air quotes, but they don't have enough of a game library that it becomes worth it to get the system.
Exactly, and this is something that's been going on with that for probably the last decade. Yeah. And it's not that they don't allow it. The problem is that who wants to develop for something that is just so ubiquitous with its system specs? Mm-hmm. I mean, it is so far underpowered from basically everything in comparison. So they're trying to compete in a different market. And hey, I can respect that. But I mean,
I was gonna say, my brother is he got a degree in video game development, and he the way you start developing things for Nintendo is you have to request a license to use their software development. And originally it was a case of they just looked at your shit. If they thought you were good, they thought you would do a good job, and then you could use it, and then they'll do quality checks on you. But now they're like, yeah, sure, you can have a code. And then he told me a week later, it's like, yeah, they asked me for quite a lot of money just to have the right to try and make things for their console. And I was like, oh, that's different. The Switch is doing well, though. It's already, according to this, it's already sold 1.5 million units in its first week, and it's already close to reaching the sales it was supposed to get by the end of March. I like
it. Don't get me wrong. I want the Switch to do well because I want to like the Switch. But I mean, just right now, it's another Nintendo peripheral device.
Yeah.
I feel it's the peripheral device the Wii U wanted to be. Because the Wii U is a kind of a thing of oh yeah, you can play the game on the screen instead of your TV, and it's yeah, but you still have to be in the same fucking room to do it. The Switch is you could go to the other fucking side of town and still be able to play on there.
Now, something that I heard about the Switch that's a little off-putting is is it true that they decided to put the power port on the bottom of the unit?
Yep.
Why? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just have 2 sides?
See, one thing that I thought would easily sort that out is what if they did the thing that every tablet and phone can do, is if you flip
rotate it
down, it rotates.
Yeah.
That would make my God.
You know? But
so I have the same problem with my phone. It only charges with the one end, and if you use something like Google Play to watch movies, Google Play only turns to one side. So it's not omnidirectional with how it rotates. Yeah. And that means if I'm lying in bed and I would just want to watch something before I fall asleep, well, I have to hold the phone a certain way. Otherwise, I just can't really watch it. And
Plus,
of course, the plug's on the wrong side.
I was a bit disappointed by the party game they had, because I was expecting like a like what was the one that we like WarioWare, the one where it was just like tons of mini
Or do you mean
games?
Wii Sport? I think you mean WarioWare, or you mean Mario Party.
You know, I'm thinking WarioWare, the one where it's a Wario game and there's tons of weird mini games like chisels and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would have been good, like on the Switch, like those kind of games. But the ones they've got on there are boring as fuck.
They'll eventually be released.
Yeah, but that and the fact of like it's just not worth it now, because even things like Zelda, they're available on the Wii U. You might as well just get them on the Wii U because there's a bigger library.
Yeah.
Simple as. Until they've got a bigger library available, don't.
Again,
don't
that's a slippery slope with buying games that are coming out for both systems for the Wii U, because the Wii U with Switch takes off. Wii U's a dead machine.
Wii U's already a fucking dead machine.
It was a dead machine when it came out. I mean, no offense to Nintendo, but I mean, I can't think of a single title.
The sales figures showed it.
I'm pretty sure that, yeah, the sales, it was DOA, but I mean, I can't even think of a game on the Wii U that I wanted to play, or I would consider buying a Wii U just specifically to play that game.
Yeah, I don't know what to think of this. I hope they do a decent job with the Switch. I hope they don't focus too much on, look, Zelda, Mega Man, Metroid, and...
Well, I mean, not Mega Man, because I don't think there's been a real Mega Man game really released. Are they?
Yeah, I swear there was news about games like new Mega Man.
Because I mean, I know they did for the Wii. They did 9 and 10, but I don't.
Capcom is making a new Mega Man game.
Really good.
But
I
will
guess.
it be a mighty-sized disappointment? This part
and a nice jab at the guy that made Mega Man.
Yeah, there's going to be a new Mega Man, which I hope... I've never really played a Mega Man. The only Mega Man style game I've played, I think, was the first thing me and you ever played together. It was Mega Man Deathmatch.
The Mega Man 8-bit Deathmatch, which I can't recommend enough because that is so much fun. You get so many weapons.
I got like destroyed in that. I don't think I got a single kill on you, and I was just getting really annoyed.
Well, we'll work on that.
The first time meeting, and all I did was yell at you. It was.
Well, you're like, what is this? Oh, I'm gonna name the green guy. What did you name?
I don't fucking.
You named him something. I think it was Gary or something like that.
That sounds about right. It's normally either Gary or Keith.
So there you go.
Okay,
you name the green guy Keith.
Off topic. Why are all of the YouTube emojis like so weird? They're
I don't use emojis for that purpose.
This poop looks way too happy.
Like, look at this.
You're gonna have to include this on the screenshot now, so they know what you're on about.
Okay, so Puppet says we need to buy Dead Rising 4. That's a big maybe, because I'm not spending money on a game like that full price. I'm not paying full price.
I'm going to college next year. There's no way I'm paying for video games.
I want to record it, but I'm not sure.
As somebody that's gone through the college process,
I've been through the college. Okay.
Well, yeah, but you're in a different country. The same rules don't apply. Are you sure you want to go to college? Because let me tell you, that is no friend to anybody.
Yeah, like it's so much money. It's a lot of money.
Go to uni. It's a lot. You'll be a lot better off.
Yeah, but how does that work as an American student?
Basically, as an American student, if you study in the UK, you pay the same. You follow the laws of the UK to which you pay it back. So in America, isn't it like you start paying it back after a certain amount of time?
Yeah, 6 months.
Yeah.
In the UK,
so basically, you go to college to get a better job to be poor forever.
Okay, in the UK, it's a case of we will give you a loan, we will give you a grant, we'll give you like all the money you need to survive on. You won't start paying it back until you earn over 25,000 or something, and even then, they only take a little amount. So it's like something like 5p to every pound. So it's like, and then if you don't pay it back after 20 years, it's just written off. And they go, okay, you're done.
So I was going to say, a much better plan than us. So if you do want to go to college, maybe consider England, or the EU.
There were quite a lot of American students at my university, because all of them came over here because they're like, the courses are pretty much the same. But unlike America, where you have topics and then you can major in something, in the UK it's pretty much you you pick your major, and that's pretty much all you do. For example, in my course, I did creative advertising, and it was just 3 years of
and you get to pet a cheetah.
Yeah, and I got to pet a cheetah thanks to it.
So
worth
there you go.
$9,000 a year.
Yeah, so
suck it, people.
College is very expensive. Take it to somebody that's been out of college for long enough to tell you that you might want to really, really, really think hard about going to college. You might, depending on what you want to do. I mean, hey,
it depends on
if you want to be a doctor and you're going to go and be a doctor, definitely do college because you have to.
If it depends on one of the jobs where it's like, would you be able to get into it without a degree? Because in my case, it's like you can't get into advertising if you haven't had to have a degree.
Yeah, well,
but it's like if you can get in just through like doing tons of small jobs or apprentices, you just question if you actually need it.
Yeah, well, the thing is with the college that I'm going to, it is a very specific college that if you major in this major that I'm going into, you immediately have a job out of college. It is guaranteed. That's
good.
Acting school?
What?
Acting school?
Yeah, it's down in Ashland where the Oregon Shakespeare Festival is, which is like world renowned, which is nice. So yeah, instantly a job there.
So, anyways, back on the topic of Dead Rising 4. The only reason I am waiting for it to be on sale is because there's no co-op story mode. I mean, while there is there's no co-op story mode for that. Now, here's the thing. There is co-op. It's survival co-op. But do you know how many survival zombie co-op games I have? Or that are out there that are, let's say, maybe not better, but they're different?
Dying Light.
Well, we already are doing Dying Light, and that's not the same thing because that's a story. Or how about Unturned or 7 Days to Die?
That's quite a long time.
Well, that's because of water. That's where the name of the game comes from, because that's how long you can survive without water.
Really? I thought it was
in average conditions.
Huh.
I mean, obviously, if you're in a different location, like if you're in the desert, or you're in a place where you're going to be sweating out more than you're able to put in.
Contagion, Dead, Dying Light.
Contagion. There's another one that's
a good game.
I don't know anything about Resident Evil Unturned.
Wow,
lovely. Left 4 Dead is also, that's not the same thing. So that's why I'm not really jumping on board the Dead Rising 4 trade. I mean, I'll look at it when it goes on sale.
You should play H1Z1. It's not that expensive.
Is it on sale?
I don't fucking know. Let me check.
Let me check.
See, we're browsing the marketplace. Isn't this an amazing podcast?
Let's see, H1Z1.
Which they're both $20.
Wait a minute. Why are there two of them?
Oh my god! Oh yeah, fuck it. When it was originally released, like when I bought it,
that's right.
When it was fully released, they split it into two fucking games. Well, the Just Survive is the DayZ style one, and then the one above it's the Hunger.
Oh, well, there's another one, DayZ.
Yeah.
There's another zombie survival game that's sort of like Dead Rising.
Boring as fuck though.
Well, DayZ, you have to have a community for DayZ.
Yeah.
If you don't have a community, you don't have anything to play.
True.
Yeah. All right. So it's been about an hour. Should we leave it there?
So yeah, let's wrap this up.
Yeah.
I think we answered everybody's question.
Quickly, anyone throw a question out there?
I really don't consider. I consider Left 4 Dead different from the co-op of like Dead Rising, because it's not really a survival. It's more of a get to the chopper.
Yeah.
There's no food. There's no water. You're not actually surviving. The maps are all, for the better part, linear.
What, Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course, that's the style of zombie game it is. It's not one of the survival zombie
I know.
games. It's just a zombie game.
He's saying, really, Left 4 Dead is different? That's what Puppet said.
Oh, yeah. Left 4 Dead is. It's going more...
It is different. It's a completely different kind of game.
Yeah.
It's 28... It's like 28 Days Later versus Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead. It's like they're very different types of zombies.
Well, I'm not even saying just the zombies. I'm just talking about the entire genre of game.
Yeah, but I think the genre of game, I feel like the zombies played a massive part in that. Because if they were like George A. Romero style zombies, Left 4 Dead would be completely different.
Hey, Lucky, there's a very good question. You should look in chat.
Hey, Cam G, here's a special message from me. Go fuck yourself.
It was for those of you looking at the replay.
Chat, there's a bunch of spiders.
There's a bunch of spiders.
I'm just gonna say they're really warped ants.
You know, it's a good thing that we never went in that cave in Ark, because there are spiders in Ark.
Okay, good to know. I'm installing that right away.
They also have centipedes that are actually kind of creepy to watch move.
You're unlucky to be doing the DLC for Dying Light. Well, I'd like to.
Yeah, we might.
I'm enjoying Dying Light.
I'm really also enjoying Dying Light.
It's a hell of a lot better now that I got the fucking grapple hook.
Oh yeah,
because I remember there was a good like 3
away.
hours, like six-ish videos where you were flying about and I was left on the ground
like a pleb.
And it was just like, oh, a massive crowd of zombies. It's like, no, one thing that I don't know which episode it is. I'll have to try and figure it out. There's one episode where it was the middle of the night and we were surrounded by virals and the really super zombie ones. He just zip lines up and stands on the roof, and I'm at the bottom with an assault rifle, just trying my best not to die. And people just at the top, like, how are you doing down there? And it's like, go fuck yourself.
What's even better is I was taking shots in the air to attract more zombies for you.
Alright, so with that nice note, I feel like it's just about time for us to finish up this podcast.
Yep. Be sure to check out our channels.
Yes, check out all of our channels.
Like, comment, or subscribe.
Yes.
Smash that motherfucking like button. No.
Alright.
Alright, well, we'll see you in about 2 weeks, everybody.
Indeed.
Until then.
Goodbye.